This is my area program. It does area of different geometric shapes. Of what you can see here, this is the first key or first menu. It has rectangle, triangle, parallelogram, circle, and I can go, choose more options and go forward. Then I have a choice of an ellipse, trapezoid, square, rhombus, or I can have a sector or a ring, or I can go back, which I can go back to main menu, which is here. So I can pick a simple figure. Actually, I'll do a circle because I like circles. And you can see here, it draws a circle, and then asks, what do I have? Do I have the radius, or the diameter, or circumference, or area? For this particular one, I'm going to say I have the radius. And I'm just going to plug in the radius as 3. And this is what the program does. It gives me a circumference. It gives me a circumference in terms of pi, because it gives me 6 pi. And it also gives me a number value. It gives me the area in terms of pi, which is 9 pi. Or it gives me the number value. And it also tells me what the diameter is. Enter. And I can choose not to do this again. If I choose not to again, it brings up the menu again. And let's just say this time I'll choose a square. Something that we're all familiar with. And it can be asked me, what do I have? Do I have the perimeter, area, do I have a side, or do I have the diagonal? Now let's say I have the perimeter. So I'm going to go, I have the perimeter. Let's say the perimeter is, let's get something simple. Let's say perimeter 64. Oops, not 65, 64. Still would work. It breaks it down. It tells me what each thing is. It tells me that the area is this, because it realizes that each side is 16, and it breaks down the perimeter, what it was each side. 16, so 16 times 4 is that, and also gives me the diagonal. And perhaps I don't want to continue with that one either. It brings it back to the same menu, but let's go a little bit further. And let's do a sector or circle, which is very useful for geometry, depending on what you have. So let's say I'm trying to determine area of a sector, perhaps. Or actually, well, maybe not area of sector is going to give me that. But this is asking me what am I given. The first key is saying I'm given the radius in theta. The second one is saying I'm given the diameter in theta, theta being the angle. So let's say I'm going to choose the first one. Say I'm given the radius. I'm given a radius of, well, we'll go with 3 again. And let's give a theta, which is the angle measure of 60. What it does, it draws it, and it tells you how I got every measurement. It also puts it in pi terms, so it tells me the area of the arc length is 1 pi. Area of the sector is 1.5 pi, and it tells us the angle 60. Of course, I can choose to continue or not. I'm just going to go back, and if I want to go back to the main menu, I can. Or I can just scroll backwards. So here I am back at the main menu. Or I can go back to that one. It doesn't really matter. And that's my area program. If you have any questions, send me an email.